Why, hello there YouTube and welcome back. I am Brendan Ross and I thought for this video, why not rank up all the live action Spider-Man movies? I mean, we've seen Spider-Man Brand New Day, why not rank up all 9 live action movies? So this will just be the live action solo Spider-Man movies. So animated movies like the Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse won't be considered for this. All the others, yeah, let's do it. So coming in at number 9, we have The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Now, this had good visuals. I like the chemistry between Peter and Gwen, not to mention at the time they were dating in real life. Andrew Garfield, good Spider-Man and that, but the storytelling, the ending we got with Rhino, I didn't like the look of Rhino in that. I was very disappointed with what the design they went with. And introducing Green Goblin later on. I mean, the ending is heartbreaking as well. That's a sad moment too. Electro is good with the scenes he's in from Jamie Foxx, but there was just a lot going on, and I feel it was setting things up for a third movie in a Sinister Six film that we never got. And this didn't even do well, which cancelled any further plans for any more movies. And why Sony went into that deal with Disney Marvel to bring Tom Holland's Spider-Man in. But yeah, we've got to start somewhere, haven't we? So coming in at number 8, we've got Spider-Man 3, the conclusion to Sam Raimi's trilogy. And yeah, this had its good moments, like, things coming full circle, Peter really finding out who killed his uncle, and we see the dark side of him and the symbiotes. Venom, I feel they could have, Sony asked a lot of Sam Raimi to include as much as possible in case they weren't making any more Spider-Man movies, and they didn't. And the cheesiness, the cringe factor with the dancing and the emo Peter, yeah, just kind of killed any chances of a fourth movie happening. And yeah, but it just wasn't brilliant. It was okay. It was watchable, but just not brilliant. So, coming in at number 7, we have The Amazing Spider-Man. The Amazing Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield's first outing. They thought, let's start again from scratch. Andrew Garfield, great as Spider-Man and Peter Parker, and Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy. Reese Ifans as the Lizard, great, but looking at this now, it was a very slow starter for a film. I mean, a good quarter of the movie is on his backstory that we already knew. We already knew he got his spider powers from being bit by a radioactive spider. We knew he was going to become Spider-Man, but yeah, but I did like the suit he got. I liked the action and that and the drama, but like I say, it's just a very slow start of a Spider-Man movie, So yeah, that's why I had to include it very low on this list. So coming in at number 6, we have Spider-Man. Yes, the first in Sam Raimi's trilogy. This was like my favourite film of the summer of 2002. I loved the movie. I wanted to be Spider-Man. I begged my mum, please, can I have a Spider-Man costume, please? Because I really wanted it. I really wanted to be Spider-Man. And like I say, I enjoyed this film as a kid. I watched it a lot. Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin. And, I just loved the hell out of this film. And it was just brilliant. And, yeah. We had a couple of superhero movies start the trend, but this really got the ball rolling. Yeah. So next, that's number 5, top 5 now. It is Spider-Man Far From Home. I'd say the weakest in Tom Holland's Spider-Man outings. We were just getting over the blip. This was like a big, after we had the Infinity Saga conclude, we had a little nice rest from all that. But Quentin Beck, he was obviously going to be the villain in this. He was Mysterio. I mean, yeah, I like that they hinted at the multiverse, but it wasn't quite the start of the multiverse saga. This was like post Phase 3 and still is in Phase 3, part of the final film in the Infinity Saga, I'd say. But yeah, Tom Holland was great. They were mourning the loss of Iron Man, Tony Stark. We see him travel to Europe and stuff, but yeah, a hell of a cliffhanger ending too. So yeah, Spider-Man Far From Home, number 5. Number 4, it is Spider-Man 2. Yes, I think the best in Sam Raimi's trilogy. We see, Peter trying to balance his Peter Parker life with his Spider-Man life. At one point, he chooses his Parker life over Spider-Man because his powers don't work. But he soon gets them back. Alfred Molina as Doc Ock, a show stealer. In this one, I was rooting for the bad guy, and Doc Ock is my all-time favourite, Marvel villain, and I loved him in this. And it was a great sequel, a great continuation, and just a hell of a lot of fun, but has had a few things that haven't quite... let's just say our top 3 have bettered this one. So coming in at number 3, we have Spider-Man Homecoming. After the failure of The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and of course the, Sony, they thought, let's take a gamble. Let's have Marvel borrow him for Captain America Civil War, and that paid off. They then made a Spider-Man movie, Homecoming. It knocked it out of the park. Tony Stark, a great support and mentor to Peter Parker. Michael Keaton as Vulture, brilliant, and yeah, just a good start for a new Spider-Man franchise in the MCU, which I think is one of the best decisions Sony ever made with Marvel. Of course, Marvel Studios make the film, Sony still distribute it, because they now know they've got gold here with Spider-Man. They're like, with Marvel and Disney, you can borrow him for a fee. Okay, our top 3. We're in our top 3. Number 2 is our most recent entry, Spider-Man Brand New Day. So, obviously, we knew Sadie Sink was going to be Jean Grey. We knew that. And the villains we got in this were mainly side characters. Scorpion, a side character, but we got to see him suit up and in action in a couple of scenes after we saw him hinted in Homecoming. So I like that we see Scorpion in action a bit, even when he is being a puppet for Jean. Also, the other villains, Tarantula, Boomerang, Tombstone, merely 1 second, 10-second cameos in there. We get John Bernthal as Frank Castle, the Punisher. Didn't think they could pull it off, toning him down from his R-rated stuff to PG-13, but they do it nicely, and I like PG-13 Frank. And I also like that we got Mark Ruffalo back as Bruce Banner, then Hulk, and we see him become Savage Hulk. Yeah, the screen time for Hulk is very brief, but boy does he make that brief time count in the film. I love that we got Savage Hulk back. I just wish they could do a Hulk movie and that, but that's all down with issue rights with Universal and stuff. Maybe one day though, I like to think. But yeah, Hulk was great in it, and I feel this planted the seed for the Mutant Saga. We had Damage Control, who were actually the big bads of this movie, and we got Florence Pugh in there as Yelena, giving us some potato problems, big potato, little potato problems, which has now become a meme in itself. And I loved her brief scenes in there, and yeah, she was chilling out obviously before the big fight that is Doomsday coming out this Christmas. So yeah, Spider-Man Brand New Day, a great one. But my number 1 pick, it is Spider-Man Far From Home. Where do I begin with this one? This has like the best of all of them in there. It has a crossover with the classic franchises and makes them canon again with the return of Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire as Peter 2 and Peter 3. We get to see our 3 Spider-Men act together and fight together. We see villains from their eras return, such as Doc Ock, Green Goblin, Sandman, Electro. and Lizard. We see some sad emotional moments in there, but we also see some great action. We see Doctor Strange in there because Peter needs to have him cast a spell so everyone forgets he's Spider-Man. But after, sticking his, butting in too many times with the spell, he caused this incursion where we see the crossover with these multiverses. And I think this is probably the best Spider-Man film as of far. Spider-Man Brand New Day was really close to making it there, but I still like, No Way Home, and it is a good one. I even saw this again in cinemas for its extended cut, and a couple of added scenes back in there. I still love it, and yeah. So there you go. There is my ranking of all the live-action Spider-Man movies. How would you rank these? Let me know down in the comments below. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share with your friends, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. All my social media links are linked down below in the description, so feel free to check all that out. I don't know if I said that twice now, but yeah. Till next time, I bid you all a goodbye, friends. Goodbye.